As the How to Train Your Dragon franchise grows, so does the number of species we encounter. While some new dragons are about as small as insects, others tower above entire islands, becoming ecosystems of their own. So in today's video, we'll be putting together all 107 dragons in How to Train Your Dragon, and arranging them in order from the smallest to the largest. Starting off, we have 11 tiny dragons that are notable for being considerably smaller or shorter than humans. The first is the Fireworm, a small Stoker-class dragon that lives in a hive colony led by a queen. The queen is so different that I'll be covering her as a separate type of dragon later on in this video, but the regular fireworm is only about 2 inches long, with an unknown wingspan. These little lizard-like dragons have hexagonal brownish-orange scales that glow bright orange when ignited, 10 legs arranged in 5 pairs, and white glowing eyes. At number 2 we have the Spiderwing, and while size measurements are not officially documented, we can gather that these guys are about a foot long based on the one that attached itself to June's head in the 9 Realms. These mystery-class dragons resemble spiders with 8 legs arranged in 4 pairs, and have no wing membranes, instead using silk spun from their tails to create makeshift wings. These dragons can spit out a fiery web that solidifies in seconds, and cannot be destroyed using fire from a single dragon. Like many other smaller dragons, Spiderwings hunt in packs to take down larger prey, and are extremely sociable creatures. Next up is the Bubblehorn, which is described as a small dragon about the size of an average cat, reaching about 2 feet in height in adulthood, and resembling a young pony with a unicorn-like twisted horn. They have large eyes and retractable spikes across their bodies. The Bubblehorn's colors range from pearlescent white to pink or purple, with vibrant red, orange, and yellow wing membranes. They also have a unique form of firepower, as Bubblehorns can spit explosive bubbles that burst into flame on contact. At number 4 to 6, we have 3 species of Night Terror. Night Terrors are approximately 3 feet long with a 5-foot wingspan, and are nocturnal dragons that look almost like larger bats. Typical Night Terrors are black in color, with large eyes and 4 short tail spikes. They also have relatively weak firepower, but to compensate for this, Night Terrors form swarms that take the shape of larger, more terrifying dragons for protection and intimidation. Each Night Terror swarm is led by an alpha that controls their movements, and this could end up being a weakness, as taking down the alpha throws the entire pack into disarray. The albino Night Terrors are a subspecies that Fishlegs discovered in a cave near the edge. This species is the same size as the regular Night Terrors, but they have red eyes instead of yellow due to their albinism. The colony that Fishlegs found never left their cave, and instead survived on the resources left behind by an ancient civilization, suggesting that this species never evolved the same hunting capabilities as their darker cousins. And the final variant of the Night Terror is the Fire Terror. This red subspecies lives in volcanic caves, and are distinguished by their grayish underbellies, orange backs, and bright red glowing eyes. Unlike Night Terrors, individual Fire Terrors are pretty powerful on their own, as they have the ability to consume fire and shoot it back at their enemies. Since they live inside the Caldera Cay, Fire Terrors probably consume fire from the lava, and exhibit an unusual instinct to protect Eruptodon eggs. Moving on to number 7, we have the Hobgobbler, which is just over 3 feet long, with a wingspan of around 4 feet and 11 inches. These dragons have massive heads and mouths relative to their bodies, and are known for their insatiable appetite, devouring anything from Viking houses to entire warships. Their eating habits are supported by the Hobgobbler's incredible jaw strength, and they can hold on to dragons even stronger than they are. Next up is the Vinetail, a small dragon that resembles a cross between a monkey and a lizard, with a rounded head, long flat body, and a prehensile tail split into 3 tips. These dragons can grow to a length of about 4 feet, and are incredibly agile climbers thanks to their opposable thumbs, and strong tail that can be used to grab objects or swing through trees. Vinetails are highly intelligent, and these dragons often use bartering and manipulation to get what they need. Following that, we have the small Shadowwing, which measures about 5 feet long. These dragons have a unique symbiotic relationship with the large Shadowwing, as they reside on the underside of their larger counterparts' wings. However, these dragons are also pretty fast flyers when they move on their own, and can fire concentrated exploding blasts at their targets with high accuracy. At number 10, we have one of the most popular dragons from the first movie, the Terrible Terror. These Stoker-class dragons can reach about 6 feet long and have a 6-foot wingspan. Terrible Terrors are known for their snake-like bodies, tiny wings, and pinpoint fire accuracy, making them the snipers of the dragon world. They're also highly resistant to fire, but as Toothless discovered, they're not so fireproof on the inside. Number 11 on our list is the Speed Stinger, a flightless sharp-class dragon that can reach up to 7 feet long. These dragons strongly resemble velociraptors, and are the fastest on the ground, reaching speeds of up to 90 miles per hour. They have streamlined bodies, powerful muscular legs, and sharp claws along with their most dangerous weapon, a venomous tail barb that can temporarily paralyze larger creatures, including humans. Next up is the Snowtail, a Stoker-class dragon that also measures a bit over 7 feet, slightly larger than the Speed Stinger. This dark purple dragon usually has a white or tan underbelly, and its face has a distinct nasal horn and translucent frills. This dragon has a wyvern-like build with a single pair of legs and typically uses its wings as a pair of forelegs for both walking and climbing. As its name implies, the Snowtail is highly resistant to cold temperatures and can also breathe ice blasts. Coming in at number 13 is the Grim Gnasher, a sharp-class dragon that measures about 8 feet in length. These purple dragons are the vultures of the dragon world, typically hunting in large packs and feeding on sick, elderly, and dying dragons. They also possess the unique ability to fire their teeth like projectiles and regenerate them later on, with each Grim Gnasher having over 1,000 teeth. And the final dragon in this section is the Smothering Smoke Breath, which can reach up to 10 feet long with a wingspan of approximately 9 feet. These elusive dragons have heads almost as large as their bodies, and look really odd because their body shape is so flattened that they only reach a height of about 2 feet. Instead of breathing fire, the smoke breath exhales thick black smoke that combines with their pack to create massive fog banks. With that, we move on to the class of small dragons who make up numbers 15 through 29. These dragons are typically larger than humans and can support riders, but are much smaller than other dragon species. Starting off at number 15, we have the Flame Whipper, which can reach approximately 13 feet long and has a 10-foot wingspan. This Stoker-class dragon resembles a lizard with sticky toe pads for climbing walls and ceilings, and is known for having a detachable tail like a gecko. The Flame Whipper shoots swirling explosions of fire that lash onto targets instead of being fired as a single massive flame. It can also release a paralyzing acidic venom when threatened, but luckily the antidote is well known. Following that is the Mist Twister, which grows to about 14 feet long with a wingspan of 22 feet. This two-headed dragon has color-coded heads, with the blue head breathing ice, while the red one breathes fire. When synchronized, they can create dense fog cover, dilute toxic gases, and even shatter rocks by rapidly heating and cooling them. Next up, we have the Gronkle, which measures 14 feet long with an 18-foot wingspan. This boulder-class dragon has a bumblebee-like build, as its tiny wings beat rapidly to support the dragon's tremendous weight. Gronkles are notoriously lazy and have been known to fall asleep while flying, but are absolute powerhouses in battle due to their high defenses. The Gronkle can eat rocks and expel molten lava, and is also capable of creating legendary Gronkle iron when it consumes metal. At number 18, we have the Gronsicle, a close relative of the Gronkle that also measures 14 feet long with an 18-foot wingspan. This boulder-class dragon looks like a muscular Gronkle covered in snow and ice with spiky ridges resembling snowy mountains. Unlike other boulder-class dragons, the Gronsicle can handle water very well and has a streamlined body to suit its habitat in the Arctic waters. Instead of fire, the Gronkle shoots liquid nitrogen, freezing everything it touches. There's also the Hot Burple, which grows to about 19 feet long with a 19-foot wingspan. This boulder-class dragon is a louder, fussier, and lazier cousin of the Gronkle, with incredible jaw strength. Despite being slow and constantly napping, they're fierce in battle and can also fly while sleeping and shoot lava blasts after eating rocks. Number 20 on our list is the Scuttleclaw, which grows to about 19 feet long with a 20-foot wingspan. This sharp-class dragon looks like a cross between a deadly natter and a hideous zippleback with its powerful biting jaws. The Scuttleclaw also possesses flammable drool that ignites into green or orange fireballs, and exceptional eyesight and sense of smell, making them excellent fighters. Following that, we have the Dromillion, which is about 20 feet long with a 21-foot wingspan. This mystery-class dragon is known as the Parrot of the Dragon World for its unique ability to mimic any dragon fire it encounters. Dromillions are also highly intelligent and loyal to their own kind, working in packs and communicating to study more powerful opponents and take them down. Number 22 is the Silk Spanner, a wingless dragon that grows to a length of over 20 feet. These dragons resemble iguanas in appearance, but have a spider-like build with 6 legs and 4 eyes. They weave silk webs between their legs to glide short distances and can eat toxic dragon vine plants, using this ability to cure poison dragons. At number 23, we have the Sweet Death, a mystery-class dragon that can reach about 22 feet in length. This dragon burrows underground and sticks out its tongue, which appears like a tree with pink saplings, to attract prey. When the target is drawn in by its sweet smell, the Sweet Death fires a highly corrosive acid, making it one of the most dangerous silent killers in the dragon world. Next is the Skrill, a legendary strike-class lightning dragon that grows to about 22 feet long and has a wingspan of 31 feet. Skrills possess the unique ability to absorb electricity from lightning bolts, store the energy within themselves, and fire it as devastating lightning blasts. This dragon can also generate a defensive electric field around itself that can deflect projectiles and blasts from other dragons, while also shocking anyone who gets too close. Number 25 on our list is the Featherhide, which grows to about 23 feet long. This mystery class dragon has a crown of feather-like scales on its head, a peacock-like tail fin, and proportionally longer wings with a single spike on each. Featherhides are known for their unique abilities like unleashing piercing sonic screams, turning invisible for camouflage, and mimicking sounds including human voices and dragon calls. Following that, we have the Flamethrower Stoker class dragon that can reach up to 24 feet. These dragons are aggressive invaders from the Fire Realm, known for their powerful fireballs and tendency to attack in packs. Due to their smaller size, flamethrowers will often serve larger dragons like Sky Torchers in exchange for protection. Next up is the Mudraker, a tracker class dragon that grows to 24 feet long and has a wingspan of about 30 feet. This dragon is typically found in swamps and has a sail like a Spinosaurus on its back. The Mudraker possesses sonic blast abilities similar to the Thunder Drum, creating fast and powerful waves, but it can tone down the strength of these blasts and use them for echolocation to navigate murky swamps. At number 28, we have the Hekatu, a sharp class dragon that grows to about 25 feet in length. This dragon can be distinguished by its 6 legs, slender body, and a large axe-like snout that it uses for cutting trees. Hekatus are capable of shooting fireballs in quick succession and are reckless, impulsive tree cutters that often get their snouts stuck in wood. And to close out this class, we have the Snifflehunch, which can reach 25 feet long with a 30-foot wingspan. This tracker class dragon is fairly colorful in yellow, orange, blue, and green, with a rounded horn atop its nose and a hump-shaped back. Known for their exceptional sense of smell, they have the special ability to detect friend from foe using smell alone, and can unleash a fire sneeze that's said to be hot enough to melt anything. From here onwards, we have medium-sized dragons, who form the majority of dragons we see in the franchise. And the next 3 dragons I have lined up are the key family at the heart of the How to Train Your Dragon universe. Let's start off with the Light Fury, which can reach about 26 feet long with a 42-foot wingspan. This strike class dragon is pure white with smoother features than the Night Fury and can turn invisible by superheating its scales and blasting through its own fire, refracting light around its body. Next up is the Nightlight, approximately 26 feet long, also with a 42-foot wingspan. These dragons are hybrids of Night Furies and Light Furies, combining features from both parents. They have varied colorations, including black and white patterns, and possess abilities from both parent species, including Plasma Blast and Speed. And to top it all off, at number 32, we have the Night Fury, which grows to be just above 26 feet long and has a 45-foot wingspan, making it marginally bigger than the Light Fury and Nightlight. This legendary strike class dragon started off the entire franchise, and is jet black with retractable teeth and cat-like features. Known as the unholy offspring of life and death, the Night Fury has pinpoint accuracy with its purple plasma blasts, and is widely considered to be the fastest dragon in the air. Following the Night Fury family comes the Sand Wraith, which is approximately 27 feet long with a 50-foot wingspan. Even though it technically belongs to the Tidal class, this dragon typically hides itself in the sand, and operates as a desert ambush predator. With a streamlined body, spikes on its wings, and coloration perfect for camouflage, the Sand Wraith is practically invisible when it burrows under sand, and it takes down prey using hardened sandballs coated in a weak fire. Number 34 is the Snafflefang, which grows to over 28 feet long with a 61-foot wingspan. This boulder class dragon has a rounded body, big head, and very small front legs, with a large second pair of legs. It features a curved nasal horn, segmented forehead horns, and a spiked tail bludgeon resembling a thistle with sharper spikes than a gronkles. Next is the Death Gripper, which has a wingspan of 39 feet and is 29 feet long. This medium-sized strike class dragon has scorpion-like features, with pincer forelegs, retractable meter-long tusks, and a tail stinger. One of the most dangerous dragons in the franchise, these dragons are built like living weapons with scorpion-like tails to inject toxins, a venomous bite, and the ability to fire highly corrosive acid at its victims. The Triple Strike follows, growing to about 30 feet long and has a wingspan of 29 feet. These heavily armored dragons are named after their 3 tails, which can be used individually as a whip to take on 3 targets, or woven together for a more powerful clubbing action. Additionally, every tail is equipped with a stinger similar to a scorpion's, with each of them containing a different kind of venom. At number 37, we have the Gem Breaker, which can reach about 30 feet long and has a 42-foot wingspan. This tracker class dragon from the Hidden World has a robust build with large horns and crystalline features, and is highly resistant to attacks from both fire and electricity. Gem Breakers are protective guardians of dragon sight and gems, and typically work in groups or pairs to take down intruders. The Flightmare comes next, growing to about 30 feet long with a 42-foot wingspan. This mystery class dragon resembles a mix of Skrill, Night Fury, and Fireworm, with brightly glowing scales enhanced by eating glowing algae. It shoots paralyzing mist instead of fire, and has a loud banshee-like screech that can freeze victims in fear. Number 39 is the snow wraith, a close relative of the sand wraith that can reach 30 feet with a wingspan of 48 feet. This strike-class dragon is white for Arctic camouflage with thermal vision and can burrow through ice. The snow wraith's primary weapon is a short freezing blast that it can fire in rapid succession, like frost missiles that are cold enough to freeze its victims and have enough momentum to break through thick sheets of ice. Following that, we have the Thunderclaw, which is 30.5 feet long with a 61-foot wingspan. This medium-sized tracker-class dragon has a squat body with large spots or stripes with a massive sail on its back and a thick tail. These dragons possess a keen sense of smell and are often seen with their tongue out as they use it to taste their surroundings like lizards or snakes. Next up is the Woolly Howl, a strike-class dragon that can reach approximately 31 feet long with a 68-foot wingspan. This dragon lives in the Arctic and is one of the few dragons that can use ice blasts, firing highly explosive hail shots with pinpoint accuracy. The Woolly Howl has a pale coloration and is covered in white scales for Arctic camouflage, making it deadly in its natural habitat of white clouds and snowy mountains. Number 42 on our list is the Prickleboggle, which grows to over 31 feet. These dragons are comparable to a deadly natter in appearance and are covered in poisonous spines. These mystery-class dragons shoot a sparkly mist like ice with healing properties and are known to form symbiotic relationships with dragons they heal. Moving on, we have the Deadly Spinner, which reaches just under 32 feet in length and has a 40-foot wingspan. This dragon has a unique set of limbs with 3 pairs of legs and 2 slim arms, which are probably an adaptation for climbing up cave walls. Similar to the spider wing, the Deadly Spinner shoots flaming webs that solidify upon impact and can trap other dragons or be used as tethers or ropers. It has a large horn on its nose. Similar to spiders and deadly natters, they shoot flaming webs that can be used as tethers and possess great aiming and climbing abilities. At number 44, I have the Deadly Natter, which grows to over 32 feet long and has a wingspan of 53 feet. This dragon's tail is covered in hundreds of spines, which it can fire at approaching enemies. These can either be released as a cluster of shots or single projectiles with deadly accuracy. However, firing spines is only a close-range option, as this dragon also possesses one of the hottest flames in the entire franchise. Known to the Vikings as a magnesium blast, the Deadly Natter's flames are hot enough to melt metal and solid rock. Next is the Grapple Grounder, which reaches around 33 feet long. Normally red with golden or yellow spots, this boulder-class dragon has 4 horns, a long slender body, and an arrow-shaped tail, and relatively large wings for its class. Grapple Grounders get their name from the fact that they prefer to wrestle their opponents instead of using fire, and have a bone-crushing squeeze similar to snakes like anacondas. Number 46 is the Gobsucker, a Stoker-class dragon that reaches about 33 feet long with a wingspan of 42 feet. This dragon is pretty unusual because instead of breathing fire, it produces flammable gas from its rear end. These gases are mainly used to aid the Gobsucker's flight by providing propulsion, and its primary attack is a corrosive acid that it spits out. Following that is the Shockjaw, which grows to a length of just over 33 feet and has a wingspan of 50 feet. This is a tidal-class dragon, primarily living in water, and has a torpedo-shaped body, fish-like features, and a ridge of membranous spines. Instead of fire, it shoots powerful bioelectric blasts from tendrils under its jaw, ranging from gentle jolts to lethal bolts capable of taking down ships. Moving from the oceans into dark caves, we have the Cavern Crasher, a wingless mystery-class dragon that reaches about 34 feet long. These dragons are known for burrowing through caves and their ability to fit through tight spaces by compressing their bodies. At number 49 on our list, we have the Windstriker, which can grow up to 38 feet long. This sharp-class dragon has a long, slender neck, jagged-edged wings, a spiked tail and neck, and a large spike on its snout tip. Instead of traditional fire, it produces superheated air that's hot enough to set foes ablaze. Next up is the Buffalord, which can reach 38 feet long and has a 79-foot wingspan. This mystery-class dragon produces a healing saliva, which contains potent medicinal properties and can cure deadly diseases like the Scourge of Odin. Due to its value and calm nature, the Buffalord was nearly driven to extinction by human hunters, as they rarely attack humans until it's too late. Coming in at number 51, we have the Wind Gnasher, which measures about 40 feet long with a wingspan of 59 feet. This tracker-class dragon is known for its keen sense of smell, and is described as being able to smell a daisy from 100 miles away. These dragons are capable of firing icy blasts that are typically used to provide cover when they migrate over long distances. Next up is the Large Shadow Wing, which grows to 40 feet in length with a wingspan of 60 feet. The Large Shadow Wing is designed like an airplane carrier and functions almost exactly like one, when it carries a large number of dive-bombing smaller Shadow Wings hidden inside flaps underneath its massive wings. While the Alpha Shadow Wing does not rely on breathing fire, it can unleash a potent sonic attack that can disorient multiple opponents simultaneously. This screech also serves as a call for the smaller dragons to reattach themselves to its wings. Number 53 is the Shivertooth, a mischievous sharp-class dragon that can reach 40 feet long with a 30-foot wingspan. This dragon has gem-like spines spines lining its back, the sharpest claws of any dragon, and shoots frost instead of fire. Some shiver-tooth scales and saliva possess healing properties, making them valuable remedies for mild illnesses. The slitherwing follows, growing up to 40 feet long with a 60-foot wingspan. This medium-sized mystery-class dragon resembles a colossal serpent, with vivid coloration indicating venom levels. The more colorful, the deadlier. It has venomous fangs and scales, can spit venom, and its wings extend like a cobra's hood. But it cannot breathe fire. Number 55 on this list is the shovel helm, which can grow to a length of over 40 feet and has a wingspan of 61 feet. This boulder-class dragon has a distinctive shovel-shaped head used for digging and burrowing, with armored plating and a robust build. Next is the magma breather, a stoker-class dragon that reaches about 42 feet long, but has unusually short and stubby wings. As its name suggests, this dragon breathes molten magma in such huge amounts that it can form rivers, and thrives in volcanic environments. At number 57, we have the catastrophic Quacken, growing to about 45 feet long with a 63-foot wingspan. This boulder-class dragon resembles an armadillo with turtle-like features and can curl into a ball to defend itself. The Quacken's thick hide and immense strength allow it to turn itself into a wrecking ball, and these dragons have been known to shatter solid marble by slamming into it. That's followed by the Eggbiter, a sharp-class dragon that reaches about 45 feet long in adulthood. This dragon gets its name from the fact that it bites the first thing it sees after hatching from its egg, and possesses jaw strength so high that it can even bite through some metals. Next up, we have the Sliquifier, which reaches lengths of about 46 feet on average. This dragon uses its fin-shaped wings to whirl and glide in the water at supersonic speeds, and is actually the fastest tidal-class dragon. While it prefers to run away from danger, the Sliquifier is more than capable of defending itself with its acid breath, and its speed churns the surrounding waters, mixing the acid into it and turning the environment toxic. Number 60 on our list is the Mold Ruffle, a Stoker-class dragon that grows to a length of over 46 feet. These dragons have a striking appearance, with a wide flat head crowned with long curved horns and a paddle-like tail fin. Mold Ruffles gather fire on their wing edges and tails, using their fantail to strengthen blazing flames while diving at prey. Next, we have the Snifflehide, a tracker-class dragon that often grows to about 48 feet long. These dragons have poor eyesight, but compensate for it with keen senses of smell and hearing that allow them to navigate their surroundings. The Thunderpede comes in at number 62, and this boulder-class dragon can reach just over 50 feet in length. Thunderpedes get their name from the fact that they have 10 limbs, and the sound of them walking can be thunderously loud at times. And finally, we close out the medium-sized dragons with the Changewing, which grows over 42 feet long and has a 30-foot wingspan. These dragons can change the color and texture of their scales to match surroundings like chameleons, and have hypnotic eyes, which are incidentally the only part of their bodies they cannot camouflage. Additionally, Changewings live in pride-like social structures and shoot acid instead of breathing traditional fire. Now we're getting into the largest dragons that humans can realistically ride. So let's start off with the Sea Shocker, which is 52 feet long with a 50-foot wingspan. This medium to large tidal-class dragon resembles a blue manta ray with 2 heads. It generates powerful electrical charges, uses sonar like dolphins, and has dorsal fins sharp enough to slice through thick sea ice. Next is Yetiwing, a mysterious class dragon that can reach about 53 feet in length. This dragon has a powerful ice blast that can knock medium-sized dragons out of the sky and freeze smaller dragons to the bone. Yetiwings are also immensely strong and durable, being able to shrug off multiple fire blasts and bring down caves using brute force. Number 66 is the Rumblehorn, which grows to about 54 feet long with an 82-foot wingspan. This tracker-class dragon has a rhinoceros-like build with heavy armored neck plates, 2 sharp elongated horns, and a club-like hammer tail. They shoot long-range explosive fire missiles and possess an exceptional sense of smell tracking over miles. Following that, we have the Tide Glider, at about 54 feet in length. This tidal-class dragon is known for drifting and sliding gracefully through the water, and is one of the most agile dragons in the sea. Instead of fire, they have a range of abilities like firing water, producing acid, and generating a healing saliva that can treat all wounds. Next up is the Singe-tail, which grows to 55 feet long with a 61-foot wingspan. Thanks to the gills on their underbellies, these dragons can shoot streams of fire not only from their mouths, but also from their bellies and tails, allowing them to defend and attack in multiple directions. This ability is complemented perfectly by the fact that the Singe-tail has eyes that can move independently and swivel to the back and sides of its head, effectively giving the dragon a 360-degree view of its surroundings. At number 69, we have the Hobble Grunt, with a length of 55 feet and a 63-foot wingspan. This Stoker-class dragon is known for its bright flames and unique color-changing scales, which cause them to change their appearance depending on their mood. Hobble Grunts can also use the specialized frill on their heads to detect changes in pressure, temperature, and the moods of nearby dragons and humans. The Razor Whip follows, growing to about 60 feet long with a 50-foot wingspan. This Sharp-class dragon has silver reflective scales and a prehensile tail made of overlapping metal-like scales. It can shoot razor-sharp spines from its tail that pierce wood and stone, and breathes bright blue flames hot enough to burn flesh from 100 feet away. Number 71 is the Sentinel, a boulder-class dragon that reaches over 60 feet long with a wingspan of 101 feet. These dragons can only be found at the Dragon Graveyard on the Isle of Vanaheim, and have a sacred duty as guardians of the dragons that come there to die. Being boulder-class dragons, Sentinels have high durability and tough skin that makes them perfect for the role of defenders. Sentinels can produce sonic blasts that can disorient other dragons, and also have enough force to blow off a monstrous nightmare's fire jacket. What makes Sentinels particularly dangerous is their extensive knowledge of other dragon species and their strengths and weaknesses, making the Sentinel the perfect choice to defend against other dragons. Next up, we have the Windwalker, a Tidal-class dragon that grows to about 62 feet long. These dragons are very playful and sociable, and often interact with humans and other dragons that do not pose a threat to them. Just like the Skrill, Windwalkers can also absorb lightning to create defensive electric fields around them. Number 73 on our list is the Whispering Death, a boulder-class dragon that reaches 64 feet in length with a shorter wingspan of 17 feet due to their subterranean lifestyle. These dragons possess incredible jaw strength, which allows them to tunnel through solid rock at incredible speeds, creating extensive underground networks with their signature whispering sound that terrifies the Vikings living above. Despite being a boulder-class dragon, the Whispering Death is a major threat in the air as well, as its long body is incredibly aerodynamic, and it can move even faster by rotating its body in a rapid circular motion. When threatened, the Whispering Death attacks with a disorienting flame pattern that includes weaker rings of fire that expand as they travel outwards, along with a focused white-hot jet that travels down the center. Next up, we have the Monstrous Nightmare, which grows to 64 feet long and has a 72-foot wingspan. Few dragons are more dangerous and territorial than this one, and the Monstrous Nightmare is capable of lighting up their entire body with intense flames or remaining completely unharmed. Setting its attack power aside, this dragon is also extremely durable, as its fire resistance also extends to attacks from other dragons. At number 75 comes the Crimson Goregutter, a boulder-class dragon measuring 65 feet in length with a wingspan of 90 feet. These dragons are majestic creatures, sporting an enormous pair of antlers and an axe-shaped tail club that can be used as deadly weapons in combat. They also possess armor plating so thick that most weapons simply bounce off their hide. Much like other boulder-class dragons, the Crimson Goregutter's firepower consists of molten lava, which it sometimes uses to coat its fireproof antlers before charging into battle. The hideous Zippleback follows, growing to 66 feet long with a 38-foot wingspan. While this mystery-class dragon's twin heads contain two independent dragons, they can transmit information instantly between each other, and one head can fully take over the body if the other is unconscious. The hideous Zippleback has an interesting synergy between its parts, with one head producing flammable gas and the other creating an electric spark, allowing for devastating explosive attacks that can level entire structures. Next is the Fault Ripper, a boulder-class dragon that can reach about 67 feet long. This dragon's firepower and lifestyle are pretty unique, as it releases powerful jets of orange and purple flames, while spinning in circles, a movement that serves as a drilling action underground. The flames melt and soften the surrounding rocks, while the Fault Ripper's rotation generates a spiraling motion that propels it forward. Due to its subterranean habitat, this dragon has pupilless eyes and extremely weak eyesight as a result. To make up for this drawback, the Fault Ripper has two ear canals at the front of its face, allowing it to detect even the faintest sound. At number 78, we have the Snaptrapper, which reaches 68 feet long with a wingspan of 51 feet. This large mystery-class dragon has 4 heads with triple split jaws that open like blooming flowers. Based on Venus flytraps, it waits motionlessly for hours using plant-like camouflage and sweet odor to attract and ambush prey. Next is the Armorwing, which is approximately 75 feet long with an 80-foot wingspan. This large mystery-class dragon has magnetic skin that attracts metal objects, which it welds onto its body using bright oxyacetylene flames, creating an ever-expanding coat of armor. Following that, we have the Bone Napper, a relative of Armorwing that also grows to over 75 feet long. Instead of metal, this rare and elusive dragon has an obsessive desire to collect bones from various dragon skeletons to create the perfect suit of armor for its body. The bone napper needs this armor because its natural hide is surprisingly weak, making it vulnerable to attacks from other dragons or human weapons. At number 81 on our list is another member of the Armorwing family, the Sword Stealer. This dragon reaches over 75 feet in length and has magnetic scales that can attract metal to strengthen its armor. This dragon gets its name from the fact that it rushes onto battlefields, as that's the best spot for it to gather more swords and shields for its armor. The Death Song follows, growing to about 76 feet long with an 85-foot wingspan. This mystery class dragon has a slender serpentine body with striking blue, yellow, and orange colors. It lures prey with a siren-like song and shoots an amber-like substance that hardens instantly, trapping its victims. Next up is the Sandbuster, a mystery class dragon that measures 80 feet long with a 50-foot wingspan. This dragon typically lives under the seashore and swims through the sand, always prepared to pull unsuspecting victims underground. The Sandbuster breathes superheated sand instead of fire, and this breath solidifies into an opaque glass upon impact. At number 84, we have the Stormcutter, a sharp class dragon that reaches 80 feet in length with a wingspan of 111 feet. This dragon is known for its distinctive X-shaped wings, which give it excellent maneuverability to perform complex aerial movements like taking sharp turns, hovering in place, and sideways flight. This dragon's firepower consists of tornado-shaped blasts similar to the Typhumarang, which it can sustain for prolonged periods of time to force back adversaries. This dragon can also rotate its head 180 degrees like an owl, an ability that is amplified by the Stormcutter's high intelligence and problem-solving abilities. Now we're getting into the massive dragons, the titans of the dragon world that are too large to be tamed by humans. Let's start with the Threadtail, a large Stoker-class dragon that grows to over 82 feet. This dragon is covered in bright warning colors like pink, purple, blue, green, and yellow to warn predators of its poisonous skin. The Threadtail's poison is generally not fatal, but it can also breathe fire or generate a purple mist to hide itself. Following that, we have the Thornridge, which also measures about 82 feet in length. This sharp class dragon can fire an intense orange flame or shoot a stream of fireballs that explode upon contact with its target. Thornridges also possess twin nasal horns, a solid frill with spiral horns, and sharp claws that can be used in battle. At number 87, we have the Raincutter, a sharp class dragon that grows to over 82 feet with a wingspan of 75 feet. This dragon has a distinctive sharp sail along its back and heavily armored lower jaw. The Raincutter can breathe unique flames that are capable of staying ignited in wet conditions and damp environments, such as during a rainstorm, making it ideal for hunting in rainy weather. Next is the Devilish Dervish, a sharp class dragon that reaches over 84 feet long. With its black coloration, the Devilish Dervish is mostly active at night and uses its massive scythe-like tail to chop down anything in its path. Following that, we have the Fireworm Queen, which reaches an impressive 90 feet in length with a wingspan of 36 feet. This dragon has the ability to command thousands of smaller fireworms in the colony, and they all act as extensions of her will. This army burns hotter the more individuals it has, and can overwhelm opponents with sheer numbers alone. The Fireworm Queen is also one of the most visually striking dragons in the series, with a pale gold glowing body that has tan-colored markings on her horns and underbelly. Number 90 is the Eruptodon, a boulder-class dragon that reaches 93 feet in length with a wingspan of 149 feet. This species is one of the most geologically powerful dragons in existence, and they live inside active volcanoes, feeding on lava. These dragons possess a thick armor of cooled volcanic rock, which makes Eruptodons nearly immune to heat-based attacks from other dragons. As the Eruptodon matures, its body temperature increases, and the dragon glows with heat at the peak of its power. It also possesses fireproof saliva, which can be used even by humans to protect themselves when approaching a volcano. The Floodfang comes next, reaching close to 100 feet in length. This dragon is purely aquatic, with a build resembling manta rays and basking sharks with 2 very long wings and no legs. However, the Floodfang is capable of leaving the water and staying in the air for a period of time without drying out, and can store large amounts of water in its body, which can be expelled when faced with emergencies such as a forest fire. Number 92 on our list is the Sky Torcher, a brilliant white Stoker-class dragon that can reach over 100 feet. These dragons are incredibly destructive, as they can simultaneously unleash 4 streams of fire that are hot enough to melt through solid rock. Like other Stoker-class dragons, Sky Torchers are extremely fire-resistant, and these dragons can even comfortably immerse themselves in pools of magma. Following that, we encounter the Scaldron, a Tidal-class dragon that can grow to 102 feet in length, with a wingspan of 104 feet. This dragon is one of the few species that hunts other dragons, often feeding on smaller Tidal-class creatures like the Sea Shocker and Slipwire. Instead of fire, Scaldrons scoop massive quantities of water into their mouths, heat it until it boils, and fire scalding jets of superheated water and steam at their targets. Despite being immensely strong in its natural habitat, the Scaldron cannot survive too long out of the water, as it will rapidly dry out and perish within hours. Moving on to number 94, we have the Typhoomerang, which measures 109 feet in length with a wingspan of 201 feet. This massive Stoker-class dragon is known for its unique fire-breathing pattern and hunting methods, as they shoot massive fire tornadoes that burn everything except what lies in the center, allowing them to trap prey without incinerating them. Their fire tornadoes can travel hundreds of meters and maintain their destructive power over vast distances, making them siege weapons as much as dragons. Typhoomerangs also possess tremendous physical strength, being able to carry multiple medium-sized dragons, knock down trees, and even generate gusts powerful enough to put out forest fires with a flap of their wings. Next up is the Silver Phantom, a strike-class dragon that grows to about 110 feet and also has a massive wingspan like the Typhoomerang. True to its namesake, this dragon's scales are purplish and silver in color, and due to the bluish glow radiating off of it, the dragon often appears like a ghost. Silver Phantom flames are bright blue in color, indicating a temperature above 3000 Fahrenheit, and their shots have a tendency to explode upon impact. Number 96 on our list is the Thunderdrum, a massive Tidal-class dragon measuring about 130 feet long with a wingspan of 102 feet. This dragon is named after the deafening sonic booms it can produce, which are believed to get their power from Thor himself. The strong concussive sound can deafen a human and even be lethal at close range. When a Thunderdrum hatches from its egg, it produces a sound so loud that it can be heard across entire islands, announcing its arrival to the world. The Thunderdrum is mostly deaf to protect itself from its own attacks. However, it can acutely sense underwater vibrations, making it a formidable threat in its natural habitat of sea caves and dark tide pools. Next up is the Timberjack, a sharp-class dragon that reaches 171 feet in length with a wingspan of 315 feet. This dragon's massive razor-sharp wings can slice through entire forests of trees in a single pass, and not even the thickest tree trunk can slow down its flight. Even though the Timberjack's main weapon is its wings, this dragon is also capable of producing an oil-based fire that burns hotter than most fuel-based dragon fires. However, this dragon is not an aggressive species, often helping out humans by chopping wood with its wings and helping them set logs alight with its oil. At number 98, we have the Submaripper, a Tidal-class dragon that can reach 166 feet in length with a wingspan of 113 feet. These dragons can create powerful whirlpools by drawing water into their mouths with incredible suction force, pulling in everything in their path, including entire Viking fleets and even large dragons such as Scaldrons. Instead of breathing fire, these dragons can reverse their whirlpool ability to fire targeted water jets containing sharp debris from sunken vessels, creating deadly projectile attacks that can punch through ship hulls. Moving into even more mysterious territory within the deep seas, we have the Fathom Fin, which can grow around 180 feet. Very little is known about this dragon, aside from the fact that it has a dark blue body with green spots and a large fin running along the length of its back. The only known specimen was observed by Hiccup and Fishlegs, who noted that the dragon's body was covered in barnacles similar to a baleen whale. The Fathom Fin's mode of attack remains unknown, but it can produce a flammable gel that is insoluble in water, hinting that it might breathe fire. Coming in at number 100 is the Ripwrecker, a Tidal-class dragon that strongly resembles the Submaripper, but can grow to a length of over 200 feet. Ripwreckers possess most of the same abilities and can also create whirlpools strong enough to pull in ships. However, these dragons are distinguished by their more balanced proportions, sea blue coloration, and a long prehensile tail that can be used to grab enemy dragons or ships. Next up is the Shellfire, a colossal Tidal-class dragon that reaches 332 feet in length with a wingspan of 300 feet. These massive dragons can launch plasma-charged boulders over distances exceeding a mile, with their projectiles exploding like bombshells upon impact. Shellfires can fire these devastating attacks in rapid succession, capable of leveling entire settlements from the safety of the open ocean. The Shellfire's incredible size and distinct armored carapace make it resistant to most attacks, including physical hits and dragon fire. The massive horns on its head serve not only as a tool for intimidation, but can also be deadly piercing weapons. Despite the strength and firepower, the Shellfire is actually a timid creature that hides away in the deep seas. However, it can be rather territorial and often engages in combat with its natural adversaries, such as the Octofin and Submaripper. Following that, we encounter the Screaming Death, which measures a massive 365 feet in length, with a relatively smaller wingspan of about 125 feet. The Screaming Death possesses all the strengths of regular Whispering Deaths, but ramped up to the maximum with a few extra abilities to boot. Given its massive size and spiky exterior, the Screaming Death can take out any threat by simply crashing into it. A lifetime of tunneling through solid rock has made this dragon extremely durable, and there are very few attacks that make it through its tough scales. In addition to the Whispering Death's fire rings, the Screaming Death can unleash large explosive fireballs in rapid succession, and its powerful shrieks can disorient even dragons that are partially deaf. Only one specimen of the Screaming Death is known to exist, making it a legendary threat that can destabilize entire islands. Number 103 brings us the Purple Death, which measures approximately 390 feet in length with a wingspan of 350 feet. The Purple Death's movements alone can trigger underwater earthquakes, and its sheer presence in the ocean can destabilize entire coastal regions. This dragon's strength is almost unparalleled, using its physical prowess to push, shove, and crush opponents, while its explosive firepower can burn down entire fleets in a single breath. Vikings believe this dragon was the Serpent of Midgard from legend, heralded to bring Ragnarok, the end of the world. Our next dragon is the Luminous Crayfin, a rare and mysterious dragon that is considered to be about 400 feet long. This dragon gets its name from the glowing lights on its body that illuminate the deep seas and also serve as a method of communication. The crayfin also communicates using powerful low-frequency sounds that can travel great distances in the ocean. With its flipper-like legs and long, thin wings, the crayfin is a proper tidal-class dragon, as it cannot move well at all outside of the water. Even in the sea, the luminous crayfin prefers to remain dormant. One myth tells the tale of a crayfin that slept for so many centuries that the Vikings built an entire village on its back. We're getting into the top 3 dragons now, and at number 105, we have the Purple Death's cousin, the Red Death. This massive stoker dragon once terrorized the Viking world as the ultimate predator, reaching over 400 feet in length with a wingspan of 550 feet. As an alpha species, Red Deaths possess the ability to force smaller dragons to obey their will, even against their natural instincts. The Red Death uses methane to power enormous flame jets that can effortlessly incinerate entire fleets of Viking ships in seconds, while its powerful inhalation creates a vacuum that sucks other dragons into its mouth. This dragon's entire body is covered in dense scales and horns, and along with its thick hide, these features make the Red Death virtually invincible. Catapult shots simply bounce off it, and the dragon can throw its weight about to smash through rocks and boulders unharmed. The Red Death's incredible durability allows it to even resist plasma blasts from Night Furies, making this dragon truly deserving of the right to rule. Number 106 on our list is the Forever Wing, a gigantic mystery-class dragon that measures approximately 490 feet in length, with a wingspan that can exceed 550 feet. The Forever Wing is an ancient dragon that no longer desires adventure. When hibernating, its massive size allows entire forests to grow on its back, providing perfect camouflage as the foliage blends in with the dragon's already woody and earthy appearance. The Forever Wing has not been seen breathing fire, but it's capable of producing lava from its body that has the ability to burn down entire villages. When awakened, this dragon can also produce an acid that is not as destructive as lava to defend itself. Just like the Red Death, the Forever Wing is an alpha species, meaning that it can command other dragons, typically referred to as seedlings. This dragon can also use telepathy, which it demonstrated by communicating with Hiccup in Rise of Berk. This dragon's ability to remain dormant for extended periods makes it nearly impossible to locate, and awakening the Forever Wing can have catastrophic consequences for whoever decided to disturb its slumber. And finally, at number 107 is the biggest dragon in the franchise, the Bewilderbeast. These titans measure an incredible 650 feet in length, with a wingspan of 275 feet. What makes Bewilderbeast so powerful is their ultimate alpha ability, complete mind control over other dragons, bending entire species to their will. However, untamed Bewilderbeasts are generally benevolent creatures, using their icy breath to carve habitats for the dragons under its protection, allowing them to maintain their independence. In battle, these dragons breathe supercooled water that freezes into ice crystals as large as themselves, instantly encasing targets in thick ice. Their thick ice serves as the perfect defense, while the Bewilderbeast's massive tusks are a fearsome offensive tool. Despite having wings, this dragon does not seem to be capable of flying, but as a tidal-class dragon, the Bewilderbeast is an adept swimmer, as its wings appear to function as fins when underwater. And that wraps up our list of all the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon, ranging from the canon series to games, non-canon TV shows, and more. Which of these dragons was your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below.